Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it has been a hot minute since I have sat down to film a video. This feels very surreal to me, actually talking to a camera again. It's been a very long time. I apologise for how long I have been away from my channel. Obviously life is busy with a newborn. She's smiling at me at the moment. I have been editing this video for about a week and a half because I filmed about an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of footage, and I've been editing it every now and then as and when I can in the evenings, and I think that's just the way things are going to be, is that you're just going to get an upload as and when I can get them out to you at the moment. Obviously I've got no childcare to help with P, so when Florence is down or she's fine, I'm then with P, so it's very, like, my life is just, everything is just sort of trying to fit into place at the moment, but we are all fine and safe, and I hope you all are as well. This video is quite rambly. It was my last week up to my, like, giving birth to Florence, and it does cut off at the end, so again I apologise about that, but I wanted to get it out there. It might seem quite choppy because that is just sort of how things went and how things were filmed, and like I said, because I filmed for such a long amount of time, it was just waffle. I was repeating myself, so I just chopped loads of stuff out. So I know it's probably not the easiest video to watch because it doesn't really flow, but it documented my last week, or my overdue section of being pregnant with Florence. Didn't it, my little miss? Come here. Look. You're a big girl now, aren't you? Can you see that? Probably not. You're tired, aren't you? So I hope you all enjoy this video. I will have my labour and delivery story up next, I think, and then I've got like my first couple of weeks with Florence. I've got hopefully a Q&A I'd like to do. I've got my favourites video, I've got a book video, so just bear with me. My schedule's all over the place, but you will have another video up some point in the near future. Right, I hope you'll enjoy this one, and we will see you all in the next one. Won't we, Florence? Yeah. Today is Wednesday. I think I filmed Monday. Was going to film yesterday but just sort of forgot, and here I am today. So Jesus. No sign. I'm just tired and I've had enough. My third trimester update, I want to say it was number 3, went live last night, and a lot of you have left really nice comments, which I really appreciate. So almost all of my uploads are now done. I've literally got one more left to go, which is crazy, and that's not even like a proper video, that's just me being like, see you later. So yeah, my sinusitis has sort of cleared up. You can still hear that I'm quite nasally, my ears keep popping, but I don't have the pressure, which is amazing. That was awful. I've taken a couple of paracetamol in the past couple of days, and I have bought a like nasal decongestant spray. I ran it through my midwife today and she said that that was fine, and I didn't just buy it for the sake of it. I spoke to someone that works in a hospital and she has access to doctors and stuff, and she said she used it when she was pregnant. It just says not to use like first trimester, and obviously I'm pretty much done, so that has helped a lot. I've still got a lot of snot though, which is not nice. I'm actually sleeping quite well. I'm only waking up twice in the night at the moment, which is some sort of sick joke actually, because I've struggled to sleep for a little while now, and now that I'm getting good sleep, I'm then going to have a baby, and the baby's going to be like, no sleep. And it's going to be hard. But yeah, I've had really good sleep lately, which is nice. My body's obviously prepping for everything. I had a midwife appointment today, I don't know if I've said. I saw my normal midwife and a student midwife. All well, good FMS, bags packed, sign of early labour and membrane sweet discussed, aware of contact numbers. I have another appointment booked, hang on, and then she did my measurement on my graph thing. and it's fine. I don't even know what it's following, it's just following a line. I've got another midwife appointment booked for Tuesday, which is 6 days time, and that is for a sweep. I have never had one before, and she sort of explained the process for me. I am hoping that I don't get to that point. I don't know what it is, I just have the idea, like, I just want to go into natural labour. If I don't and I have to have a sweep, it is what it is. I've had like 3 smears, like, it's fine. That's not what I'm worried about. I would just rather my body do it itself. It did it last time, so I'd like it to do the same this time. But we'll just see. I don't feel like I'm going to go into labour in the next couple of days, personally. I have done everything that I can. Everyone's like, oh, are you eating pineapple? Are you eating curry? Blah, blah, blah. If eating pineapple and eating a curry is going to induce labour, they would tell you not to eat it throughout your pregnancy. Like, those things I don't think is, I just think it is when pregnant people get so desperate, they're like, oh yeah, the curry made me go into labour. I just don't really think that that's right. I could be completely wrong. So I've been on my ball, because obviously they say like just the gravity and the movement and stuff is supposed to help. I've been on my hands and knees, like cleaning the floor, and I've just been keeping as active as I can. I looked back at my notes when I had P, and I went for a 2.5 mile walk at 39 weeks when I had her. I was only 2 days over. If Neil said to me, let's go for a 2.5 mile walk right now, I would literally gouge his eyeballs out with a fork, because I physically cannot do it because of my SPD. I didn't have it previously, and that's where I'm struggling, is that I want to be active, I want to go and do things, I want to, for example, walk to the park. I honestly think if I were to walk to the park from my house, I would not make it back home. And that's not the risk I'm going to take right now. Especially on my own with a 4-year-old, it's definitely not advised. Come Saturday, when Neil's off work, then I might give it a go. But I also don't want to make pains worse than what they are. So, yeah, the text messages are coming in. How is everything? Haven't heard from you in like 3 weeks, so why are you asking? Because it doesn't matter. You don't care. You just want to know if the baby's arrived. I've been getting calls constantly, and it's just, oh, it's just annoying, isn't it? And I can just see like my psycho bitch head is about to come out, and I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want anyone else to deal with the wrath of psycho Jess. But it's going to get to that point very, very soon, because I have no patience at the moment, and being pregnant with a 4-year-old is just a different ball game. Neil keeps saying like, come on, like, I want to go on paternity leave, like, I want some time off, and I'm like, I can't. I can't make this thing happen. So we'll see. I've been having tightenings across my stomach, which isn't fun. Any twinge or anything, I think, okay, baby's coming, and then nothing. Every time I wipe my nun when I go to the toilet, I think I look for blood and I don't see anything, and I've just had enough. Okay. Oh god. So here we go. If I move you here, you can see I have got a nice little bump. I say little. I can't fit through gaps anymore. Oh. There we go. So that is my bump for 39 weeks. You know, something else I'm really looking forward to is just my dominoes after I've had the baby. I'm really looking forward to my post-birth takeaway, which I know is really sad and a really weird thing to look forward to. I haven't had dominoes in such a long time, and I decided that was going to be my takeaway of choice. And I keep waiting for that day, and I'm struggling with meals. I'm struggling with cooking and just life at the moment. I don't want to give birth because it's painful, and why would you want to inflict pain on your body? But at the same time, I want period pains. I want blood. I know I won't be saying that whilst I'm going through it. Yeah. I said today is my due date. I still feel rank from sinusitis. I cannot stop bringing up stuff. It's rank. I have been on my ball. I've been active. I've been doing a lot of housework. Obviously went for my walk today with P, and I'm just going to spend as long as I can on my ball to hopefully try and get the ball rolling. So that's my update. I feel okay. I'm actually not that bad, like I'm not that tired. Like I remember really struggling, and now I yawn. I remember really struggling, like wanting a nap. Obviously I never did after first trimester, but I'm not really struggling when it comes to like being tired. Like yeah, I'm tired, but I don't feel like I have to nap. Like I can just crack on and just get on with it. So I just thought I'd check in now, let you know I'm still here, still pregnant. So today is Friday the 13th of March, ouch, and I just wanted to document the fact that I've woken up in a foul mood. I know I'm only one day over, and that is fine. I have just had enough of my body being ill. I can't get over how much of a toll this pregnancy has taken on my body. It's been completely different second time round than what it did with P. With P I was quite happy to do it for another couple of months, whereas now, like, I've just had enough. And I know I can still be pregnant for another 11 days, and it's only 11 days and it's fine, but it's just the endless amounts of like I wake up and it's something new. So obviously I've been suffering with sinusitis this week, and I've been doing everything that I can. You can still hear that I'm so nasally. The headache's gone, like the pressure headache, which is fine, but I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning with toothache. I don't know if my face is puffy or not. I was up from 2 till 5 with toothache. Me again, same day, Friday the 13th. I have just got off the phone to the doctors, which is so unlike me. But I had my nap from, I want to say it was like 11:15 until, like I slept for like just over an hour pretty much. Just had some lunch, a bowl of Cheerios, because I've lost my appetite, I don't really know what to eat. And I was messaging my friend, and she was like, are you sure it's a toothache? I was like, I don't know. She was like, you're probably best to go to the doctors. So whatever Remy says, I do. If she tells me to go and run in traffic, I'd probably give it a go. So I called my GP. Bear in mind, I called them 10 minutes ago, so 12:48 is when I made the phone call. And I explained the situation. I was like, look, I'm 40 weeks pregnant. I'm terrified of going into labour with this pain. Since I've had my sleep, it feels a lot worse. Like, it's just all in my ear. And I still can't use my teeth. Like, eating my cereal, like, and it went soggy. Like, I just can't do it. And I just explained the situation. I was like, look, I've been trying to do it myself, and I don't want to clog the system with this whole coronavirus situation at the moment. I was like, is there any chance I can have an appointment today or tomorrow to save me going into the city? Because in the city we have like a walk-in centre, and I can imagine that'll be rammed of people with like coughs and God knows what else, and I don't need that right now. And plus there's a big hill and that would be painful to walk up and down. I was like, is there anything you can do? She was like, let me put you on hold. She managed to get me an appointment for 2 o'clock, which is incredible. I can't believe how lucky I've been. And she was like, I really feel for you, obviously being 40 weeks pregnant and not really being able to take anything. So I have got an appointment with a doctor, not even like a nurse, like a proper doctor. I think they've booked me as like an emergency appointment. I can't believe how lucky I am, I really can't. So I've got that. Even if I have to wait for like 40 minutes, like I'll sit there and, I mean, I say 40 minutes, that's all I can really wait for because I've got to pick P up from school at 3, but I feel so lucky that I've got the appointment. My ear is quite red, I don't know if you can see. I don't even know if my face looks swollen, it just feels like Neil has just punched me right here. And I don't know if it's tooth, I don't know if it's ear, I hope it's an ear infection so they can just give me something. And it's like, I've read that you can't really take like ibuprofen and stuff this late in pregnancy because it could potentially affect like the baby's breathing and stuff. And it's like, I just feel stuck. I'm in so much pain. Okay, turn the car off. I have just finished up at the doctor's. I'm in so much pain. So I waited, like I said, 40 minutes for the appointment because the doctor that I was seeing, he is the on-call doctor for today. So my appointment was late. And I had to go and speak to the receptionist. I was like, I'm really sorry, I'm going to have to cancel my appointment because I've got to go and do the school run. She was like, don't worry, I'll quickly go and speak to him. And then I got in there pretty quick, and I hate doing that, I hate pestering people. But as soon, like, the actual appointment was like 2 minutes long. I wish it was longer because I wish I could sit down and just explain to him what's been going on, but obviously he knows what he's talking about. So I've been prescribed some amoxicillin. He's given me a 10-day course. This stuff, I think it's 3 times a day. So I'll just take it breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I've got that. And he's just sort of said, like, explain to me what I said. Like, he sat down and he was like, what, like, how can I help? And I said, I think I've got an infection from sinusitis. And he was like, tell me what sinusitis is. And I was like, I've got a thick green snot that I can't shift. I feel like I've been punched in the side of my face. He was like, how do you feel here? I was like, I can feel it all around here, I just can't get it out. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. He was like, you need antibiotics. And he said I did the right thing about going. He was like, the amoxicillin is safe in pregnancy. If it doesn't clear up to go back, he was like, you'd really struggle to go through labour without that. So hopefully I've got enough time. Now I don't want to go into labour because I want to clear up my, whatever this is. What is it called? Like an infection before I have to push. Updated on Friday, got given some antibiotics. You can still hear how congested and stuff I am. I'm still obviously taking those antibiotics. I've got them for a 10-day time period, taking them 3 times a day. I can't believe I thought I could fight like my illness on my own. I obviously could not do that. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I don't feel like I've been punched in the side of my face anymore. Took a couple of days for my tooth, like, well, it's not my tooth, it's like my top jaw to settle down. That was really, really painful. I'd say yesterday it started feeling better, and then this morning it feels okay. I was able to eat my breakfast today. I'm still really congested. I've still got so much stuff up there. But it's just sort of managing it as best that I can. So I'm glad that I've got my antibiotics. As it stands, obviously I'm still pregnant. I have got my sweep booked for tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and I have sort of just now given up. I really tried this weekend to do everything that I can to avoid having the sweep, and my body just naturally, hopefully, go into labour itself. But I don't know why. Obviously each pregnancy is different, and I think because everything was so textbook last time, I expected it to follow suit this time. I guess it's quite naive. I just assumed that because I was 40+2 last time, that I wouldn't hit that point this time, and because I didn't have to have a sweep last time, I wouldn't have to have one this time. And clearly that isn't the way things are, and that is just the way it is, and this time I will probably need a little bit of help. So yeah, I've got my sweep booked for tomorrow at 9 o'clock, or 9:20, and I've got to say, well, I don't have to, but I'm taking P with me because it's that early, and yeah, I've obviously been told like roughly what it entails, and I'm not looking forward to it, but at the same time, if that means that it's going to kickstart labour, then I'll take it. I'm at the point now where I'm tired of waiting for something to happen. Obviously the sun comes out and adjusts my lighting when I start to film. Yeah, I am just tired of any twinge or something. I'm like, oh my god, like this is it. Like it's mentally draining being overdue, and I feel like I've been overdue for a long time when I haven't. It's only been 4 days, and that's just simply because I genuinely thought I was going to go early, just because of how low the baby was, and how ready my body felt. I honestly thought I was going to go at like 39+2, so technically I feel like I'm 2 weeks over, and I'm not. I'm only 4 days. So Pia's at school today. It's quite a weird vibe at the moment when I'm filming this. The whole coronavirus is like really up in the air at the moment, in the regards if the schools are still open. I don't know when I edit this, I don't know if the schools would have been shut. Everyone's talking about like boycotting the government and shutting the schools and everything, and it's just a really weird time. A child got sent home from school because she got sent home last week. So she now has to stay at home for 7 days and like self-isolate and stuff, and it's just a really weird time at the moment. Everything feels quite low, and like I think that's another thing that I've just had enough, and I just want the baby to be here now. Everyone's like, I don't know, it's just a weird, I can't explain it, and obviously when you watch this, I'm sure a lot of you will relate. Everyone's just in this really weird state at the moment, and it's like, I went to food shopping yesterday and it was fine. I just want a can of baked beans because I want some beans on toast because I'm heavily pregnant, and that's what I want to eat. And I can't buy any beans anywhere because everyone's stockpiling everything, and it's just ridiculous. Yeah, so the whole coronavirus situation's going on currently, and it's just, I'm not worried. I don't know if I should be, but currently it's quite eerie at the moment. And then with everything that's going on, I'm just like, that's another thing as well. My hospital has changed, so normally you can have 2 birthing partners. Obviously I'm not having one, I'm only having Neil, but they've changed it where you can only have 1 due to the coronavirus. And that's a scary thing. Like, everything is, I don't know, it's just changing and shifting, and it's just a really weird vibe. I'm 40+5. Can't believe I'm at this point. And I had my first ever sweep today. I was really anxious about it actually. And you know what, it was absolutely fine. And I would have it done again in like 3 hours time if I could, if that meant that the baby would evacuate my stomach. So I had it at 9:20, and I'm just gonna stand and talk you through the process because some of you may not have had one before. So I went in, I also had a student midwife there as well, which was absolutely fine, I don't care. And I also had a midwife that I've never seen before, and she was so lovely, and I wish that I had seen her more throughout my care. Like, she was great. I love obviously my normal midwife, but this other one was lovely. She just took my blood pressure and like just went through like the whole sweep situ and was like, would you like one? And I was like, do your worst, like do whatever you need to do, just get this baby out. Again, I'm going to be repeating myself. I'm not too sure, like I said, what video this is going to go in. As of last night, we had the update about the coronavirus. They were saying previously that pregnant ladies are at low risk or no risk and like not to worry. They're now saying that we are in the same category as elderly and not necessarily self-isolate yet, but they're saying social distancing. So that happened last night, and with that and everything else that's going on, I just want to be in my newborn bubble. So she went through everything, and then she told me to get onto the bed, strip from the waist down, sit on the bed, did that, gave me a bit of tissue to cover my modesty. I have had multiple smears before, and obviously I've been through childbirth, so I don't care about getting my stuff out or like the state of my vagine right now. I can't even see it. I said to Neil last night, I was like, is my bikini line bad? And he was like, no, it's fine. So that sort of thing doesn't faze me at all. They see multiple nuns a day. They're not gonna bat an eyelid about mine. Sat on the bed, and it's so they went and did the feeling of the baby and making sure she's still engaged and things like that. She's fully engaged, and then listened to the heartbeat, which was fine. And then she told me to do the same thing as the smear, so bring your heels to the back of your bum, spread your legs, so keep your ankles together and spread them like a smear. And she said she might need to get me to clench my fists and put them underneath my bum, but she'll let me know. She sat on the side of the bed and literally just inserted her fingers. Obviously she was wearing a glove, and it was like, okay, this is a different experience. And then she was like, right, okay, I'm going to ask you to clench your fists. So I had to raise my bum, put my fists underneath my bum cheeks, and then settle back down. And then she was like, right, okay, that's fine, like she's gonna start the smear, like, am I okay to go? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, like do whatever you need to do. And she just, I can't explain it, it was just like a sweeping motion, I guess. Don't get me wrong, it's not enjoyable. I would say it didn't hurt as bad as a smear, because they're not, well, I don't know, it's different because I was already, I'm 3 centimeters dilated, so it's not like, I don't know, it was fine. I don't know if I have a high pain threshold or not. It was fine. So she was like doing her stuff, whatever they do inside. I'd say maybe like 20 seconds of like slooshy sloosh. I don't bloody know. And she was like, I'm going to give you a really good sweep, like your cervix is really soft sort of thing. And she was like, I'm going to give you a really good one. And I was like, thank you for giving me a good session. And then she just took everything, or took her fingers out and told me to get dressed. Asked me if I had a pad. I had one in my bag just in case, because a lot of you said take one. So I did that. And that was the procedure. We then sat down and started talking about potential inductions and things like that. I am currently booked for an induction on the 22nd, which is Mother's Day. Today is Tuesday the 17th. I have got an induction booked for Sunday the 22nd. And that day, from I don't know what time, but up until 12 o'clock I'll receive a phone call to then go into the hospital, and I don't know, I've never been in the experience. My midwife doesn't think that I will get to that point. She said that they will easily be able to break my waters, because obviously I'm currently 3 centimeters. She said there won't be any issues. She says that I'm favourable, and that hopefully this smear, she said that she did a good smear, and she hopes that this one will just give me the push that will give the body, my baby, whatever, the push it needs to get things into place. She also while she was inside me, she was like, I can feel the baby's head, and I was like, fabulous, this is just what I want. But she was really nice. I also asked if I could have another smear booked not a smear. If I can have another sweep booked for Friday, just in case. And they couldn't do Friday, but they booked me in for one for Thursday. So if this one fails, which she doesn't think it will, if it does, I've got another one booked so we can say that we've done everything we can prior to induction, because I do not want an induction. I'm very anxious about that. It's never been on my radar and I don't want to go through that. Today I had another sweep with my midwife that I normally see, and I'm happy that like my final care was done by her. I saw her on my first ever appointment and today has been my last. I won't have another midwife appointment now. And she called me through and was like, I'm surprised to see you, and I was like, don't. So I'm surprised that I'm here myself. And I sat down and spoke to her about everything, about all my anxieties and worries and everything that's going on. Life isn't really continuing at the moment. Everything is shutting down. Currently, as I'm filming this, they announced school closures. They haven't done anything else. I know there's potential rumours at the moment for a lockdown, and I'll be editing this in a month or so's time, so I don't know what would have happened from today in that space. But currently, school closures happen tomorrow. So now it's everything that I had planned of like having 2.5 days at home, 2.5 days of the week at home with just me and the baby, then the other times like with P and like getting on my feet and stuff and still seeing friends and family. All of that's gone out the window. My mum has had to, like, she's now in quarantine, not quarantine, but like self-isolation because she has severe COPD. She's currently got a severe chest infection. She cannot leave her house. I don't live local to her. She's like 30-minute drive away. She's got neighbours that can help her out with food shopping, and the pharmacy is taking her medication to her and everything like that. But if my mum were to get coronavirus, she would die. And I've got all that going on, and it's like she's not going to meet my newborn baby for a very long time, and nor is my grandma. My grandma, like everyone else's elderly grandparents, she could pass away. And I could get the virus and pass it on to my baby. There's a hospital in Great Yarmouth, which is maybe 30-40 minutes away from me. A baby has contracted the virus. And it's all this going on, and it's just, it's everywhere. Where, like, at the moment with the news, like, I have to know what's going on because I need to educate myself and know what's going on around me. I'm not going to live in a bubble and think, oh, it's fine, let's just shut ourselves away and not know. But it's detrimental to my mental health at the moment, and I feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. P probably won't now be going to school until September, and it's not a terrifying thought because parents just adapt and you get used to it. But trying to explain to like a 4-year-old, we can't go to soft play, we can't go swimming, we can't go bowling, we can't do this, we can't do that. Oh, sorry, you've got to be really careful with that toilet roll, or you can't have pasta 4 days a week because there isn't any. Like, it's just a lot. And then dealing with that at the moment with my pregnancy hormones, and then dealing with that with the newborn. People are fucking stockpiling nappies, they're stockpiling wipes, they're stockpiling baby milk, and it's just ridiculous. Like, luckily I have been bulk buying throughout my pregnancy to stagger the cost, because that's how I do things. I have enough stuff, but it's just the point of, where is this gonna end? Where is normality? And at the moment it doesn't look like there's going to be normality for a long time. All the sporting events have been cancelled. Everything is shutting down. Neil's work won't be shutting down, which is a blessing in disguise. We need the money, but at the same time I don't want him to get ill. It's just shit. So going through all of that, and this baby, it's like, do I want you to come out right now, or do I want you to stay inside? It's just, I'm not happy. No one is at the moment. It's horrible. It's just weird. It's a weird time. So I was speaking to my midwife and stuff, and just talking to her, and it made me feel so much better, like having that health professional there just to sort of make me feel at ease. That's all I'm going to say about the whole situation at the moment, because if I keep going on about it, it just makes me want to cry, and I just don't want to talk about it. So I also spoke to the midwife about the potential induction plan, because again, induction was never a word I would have used within my pregnancy, because it wasn't on my radar. I didn't think that this could happen. Obviously I knew in the back of my head about it, but I just naively didn't think that it would potentially happen to me. Like, all my checks done, and I had another sweep. That was very intrusive, to say the least. She had a very good time up there, I would say. She was very vigorous, and hopefully it's done the job. I don't know, I feel more discomfort second time than what I did first, but I don't know if that is because I'm tender because of everything that's been going on for the past couple of days. Like, obviously I had an internal like examination, and now I've just had another one. Everything's a bit sore, so I don't know if it would have done anything, but she said that I'm still 3 centimeters, which it would have been nice to have been like, oh, you've gone up to 4, but clearly not. And I know she only used 2 fingers, but it feels like she used her whole hand, and she was like doing the motions and stuff, and it was a lot more uncomfortable second time round. I feel like she was a lot higher up and was really giving it a good go, and she was like, right, okay, I'm going to stop there. And then she was like, I can keep going, and I was like, okay. So then back in she went, and she did it again for a lot longer. I would say I had the sweep maybe for like a total of like a minute. It was a lot longer than the second time round, and I am getting pains. Like I said, I don't know if it's just because it's delicate, but I'm getting like crampy pains, so I'll take it. It's probably nothing, and once I sit on my ball or do something, it'll stop. But it was a good sweep, and I was bleeding straight away, which again, I don't know if that's, I don't know, I have no. Okay, so I have an update. It's still the day of my sweep, so it's the 19th, 20 past 12. I have just been for a wee, and when I wiped, I had quite a lot of blood. The midwife today said about if I get blood that looks like I've cut my finger, and it's fresh, to call delivery sweet. So my friend Emmy, she works for the NHS. She must be sick and tired of me, because I'm always messaging her about health and pregnancy, and Ellie as well. And I sent them, it's grim, I took a picture and sent it to them. I was like, is this fresh? Is this plug? Like, what do you think? And both of them said immediately to call the delivery suite, which is what I've done. Delivery suite doesn't seem too concerned at the moment. I think they are obviously trying to distance people from coming to the hospital too early, and I don't want to experience that anyway. I don't want to go in too early. So she told me to put a pad in. She asked me how much blood. It's really hard to gauge. She was like, about 50 pence a piece, and I was like, yeah, probably that. My first wipe was thick red blood and like a little bit of mucus, and then 3 more wipes to get rid of the blood. And then she said to put a pad in, monitor it, and give them a call in an hour with an update. She said if you get like reduced movements or anything, call straight away. If not, just stay at home and see. I'm not getting any tightenings around my stomach, but I've got like period pain cramps, and have done since that sweep at 9, and I'm now getting like a dull backache. Could be the start, might not be, I don't know. Neil's local, so fingers crossed, but I just don't know. bye.